As the year 2022 comes to a close, fans are looking back at some of the funniest anime characters introduced in their favorite shows. The year 2022 is finally coming to a close, which makes it the perfect time to reminisce on the year's best anime shows and characters. This year had an astounding amount of hit anime ranging across many genres. Comedy fans in particular were treated to many noteworthy shows and hilarious characters. From the return of Kaguya-sama Love is War and Mob Psycho 100 to the release of Isekai Ajisen and SPYX Family, there was no shortage of spectacular comedic shows this year. What made these series so funny were not only their exaggerated and strange premises, but also their quirky cast of characters. Here is a look at some of the funniest anime characters from the year 2022 that soon became fan favorites. Chainsaw Man was the most anticipated show of this year, and safe to say the hype was well worth it. It stars a young devil hunter named Denji who used to live with his demon dog. Denji was orphaned when he was just a child and had to survive by hunting demons, chopping down trees, and even selling his own body parts, but despite all that he still retained a non-serious attitude towards life. While other shonen protagonists aimed for being the strongest and saving the world, Denji just wanted to be able to put some jam on his bread and go out with some girls. His luck finally turned when he got picked up by the devil hunters of the public safety. Once he joined their ranks, he was able to eat all the jam he wanted and even had his other questionable goals realized. Bocce the Rock was an anime no one saw coming, but it ended up being the highest-rated non-sequel anime of the year. This comedy series stars an extremely introverted girl named Hidori Goto, aka Bocce, who yearns to make friends and be popular but is unable to do so and thus spends her time playing her guitar. However, everything changes when a chance encounter prompts Bocce to join an all-girls rock band as their lead guitarist. She finally gets to experience what it feels like to be part of a group, hang out with friends, and practice together. Since Bocce has been an introvert her whole life, these social situations always fill her up with emotional ecstasy, often leaving her paralyzed with joy. In one scene, the simple act of having a picture taken together with her friends rendered Bocce unable to process anything. Mob Psycho 100 returned this year for its final season, putting Kageyama Shigeo, aka Mob, in the spotlight once again. This show has been the face of comedy anime ever since it began airing in 2016. Mob may be the strongest Esper around, but that still hasn't stopped adversities from coming his way. This season saw Mob becoming more popular not just at his school, but with ladies all over town as well. This rise in fame gave birth to the hilarious Giga Chad Mob. Mob's overconfidence could not have been portrayed in a better way than with his new muscular chin face. Though this fame has also caused tensions between him and his spirited friend Dimple, which lead to an epic showdown later on in the series. This season has plenty of wit and humor, but since the show is trying to wrap up Mob's story, the tone this time around is a little more tense than the previous seasons. Romantic Killer is one of the last comedy shows to come out in the year 2022 but has already become a surprise hit among fans. This show stars a girl named Enzu who just wants to enjoy her love for chocolates, cats, and gaming. But her world gets turned upside down when a bizarre wizard named Riri enlists her as a subject for his new real-life harem game. Enzu is then forced into unlucky encounters with handsome men everywhere she goes. She tries her best to resist developing romantic feelings for any of the guys that Riri sends her way, even the most popular guy at her school, but the challenge proves to be more difficult than she had first thought. SPYX Family has by far been one of 2022's biggest anime, constantly topping the popularity charts. The show stars an adorable little orphan with pink hair named Anya, who also happens to be a psychic. Anya's life changed forever when she got adopted by a spy who then married an assassin, thus forming one of the funniest families ever. The show's most comedic moments center around Anya's ability to read the minds of her parents and other people. Despite her adoptive parents trying to hide their true identities, Anya learns everything very early on and tries her best to aid them with their problems. Anya is a brat by nature who does not like working hard, but she will do anything to keep her new family from falling apart. Some other hilarious moments in the show stem from Anya's interactions with her classmates at school and her obsession with peanuts. Isekai Ajisen is one of the most refreshing takes on the isekai genre yet. This comedy series stars a middle-aged man named Shibazaki who had been in a coma as a result of an accident 17 years ago. However, one day he wakes up and starts blabbering gibberish in front of his nephew. It is later revealed that Ajisen had actually been transported to another world filled with magic and monsters. In his original world, Ajisen was a video game-loving dork with no social skills, but in the new world, he managed to become the most powerful warrior and learned all kinds of magic. Now that he is back, Shibazaki has to catch up with the world with the help of his nephew, who initially thought his uncle was insane, but soon found out that he really was telling the truth about his adventures. The charm of the series lies in Shibazaki revealing clips of his past to his nephew, whilst being oblivious to his past actions. Other comedic moments that deserve special mention include Ajisen's efforts to help his nephew out with his life, and the fact that he becomes a YouTuber to make a living. Combine Ajisen's quirkiness with his over-the-top facial expressions, and he can easily be deemed the funniest anime character of this year.